Warning. The following information provided is confidential and only known by the intended recipient and may not be used, published or redistributed. We'll take you around and give you insight into our world. The hacking world. We'll let you know what it takes, how we do it, types of hacking, and introduce you to some of the most infamous protagonists of this practice. So let's get going.
Are you ready?
The start of a new era was yet to come, mainly in the technological world. Hacking was not even intentionally harmful or thought of as that important. Even hackers were not even considered to be hackers but practical jokers.
Time to go to the past.
The first hack came in 1878 when a group of teenage boys were hired by a phone company called Bell Telephone to monitor the switchboards, but instead they would disconnect or mislead calls. It was not until the 1960s where hacking was an actual thing that people should have worried about. It all came from a track of skilled individuals who practiced hardcore programming. Hacking at first wasn't used to exploit a computer system or invade privacy for illicit purposes, nor hackers like us were considered digital identity thieves or responsables of freeing viruses on the internet. We were once considered to be technological heroes, but not anymore. Hackers nowadays are split into various categories. In this course we'll discuss solely about the black, gray, and white hat hackers. This naming system derived from old Western films in which protagonists would wear their respectively colored hat. To begin, buckle your seatbelts and follow along into our Hall of Fame. Here lie some of the greatest names in the hacking's history.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today I will be your guide through this Hackers Hall of Fame. Hope you enjoy it. This here is Kevin Mitnick.
Hello there. My name, as you know, is Kevin Mitnick, but I prefer to go by the alias The Condor. My adventure on hacking started at 12 years old, when I figured out the Los Angeles public transportation move framework so I could ride the bus free. A crime that started my journey breaking the law. It was not until the 90s, where I was recognized by my skilled electronic intruder strategy, that made me a part of the FBI's most wanted list of hackers. All just for copying more than 40 major companies' software by entering its computer networks. Therefore, I served 5 years in prison, then spent 2 years more in supervised release. That's why my name is highly famous and I am even considered a black hat hacker. In other words, a criminal that breaks into computer networks with malicious intent, such as stealing passwords, credit card numbers, releases malware that destroys files and holds computers hostage. Thank you for stopping by.
Next up on our walk through the Hall of Fame, we have the one and only Tim Berners-Lee.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tim Berners-Lee, but you all can call me Tim or Tim BL. I was in charge of creating the World Wide Web in 1989, which was basically based on hypermedia activity for worldwide data sharing, while working at CERN, the European Particle Physics Laboratory. I was responsible for composing the primary web client and server in 1990. My particulars of URIs, HTTP and HTML were refined as web innovation spread. Therefore, I am a white hat hacker. In other words, as an ethical hacker we are usually paid employees or contractors. It's important to note that we're not malicious, but rather work to proactively find security weaknesses. Thank you very much. Make sure to behave well.
And last but not least, folks, I present to you, Adrian Lamo, also known as the Homeless Hacker.
Hey. Great to see you here, eager to learn more about our world. My name is, as you all may recall, Adrian Lamo, but I go by the Homeless Hacker. The reason behind my nickname comes from my nomad lifestyle. I am known to commit the crime back in 2002 of the hacking into the internal computers of the New York Times without hiding my identity. I was able to access the personal databases including private information. However, my main focus was encouraging companies and enterprises to secure their networks, but the fun was about to end when I was sentenced to 2 years in prison and fined $65,000 after I surrendered to the authorities. I'm what they call a gray hat hacker, almost like a white hat hacker but also a black hat hacker. In other words, I exploit networks and computer systems without a malicious intent, detecting any loophole and vulnerabilities the companies and law enforcement agencies may have. Thank you lots.
Thank you for coming. Bye.
Well, we have arrived at the end of our course. By now you should be well aware of everything you need to know. Well, everything we want you to know, that is. We can't actually tell you everything. If we did, we'd have to kill you. Anyways, thank you for your attention, and don't ever come back. Oh, and remember, you didn't hear this from us.